What is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a massive wrestling figure Christmas haul video. If you're not a best one yet already, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, because of course you already know, the grind is real. So, in my last video over on We Are Wrestling, I did an entire collection video showing you guys my entire shelf and, you know, my AEW mocked figures. And I announced that my wrestling figure videos moving forward would be coming to Best One Donnie, because I want to expand more on this channel and do more toy collectible videos on here, and also do more, you know, Nickelodeon reactions and other cool stuff like that, because this is my second channel and I just want to have fun on here. So I figured I might as well start bringing, you know, my wrestling figure videos over here, because I can do more on here than We Are Wrestling. So I'm going to show you guys the figures that I ended up getting for Christmas, and I am going to be reviewing them to you, because we got a bunch of figures. I hope everybody else had a blessed Christmas, so let's get it. Alright, so starting this off, we're going to start off with some heat. This one is a Ringside Exclusive. I got the Mega Powers 2-pack, Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man. When, you know, Ringside announced this right here, I had to pull the trigger on it. And this one I am going to be keeping mocked for my collection, because this was a little pricey. We have here the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan in the Mega Powers colors. We got the yellow and the red. We have, you know, Macho Man with the Winged Eagle WWF title around the waist. And he's got this awesome robe looking amazing. And I love the handshake, him and Hulk Hogan shaking hands, because that's like when the Mega Powers, you know, reunited together. And then, you know, we have Hulk Hogan over here with the Hulk Rule shirt. Interchangeable heads. We got a bunch of hands in here. We have the Ringside Exclusive sticker. And I gotta say, the packaging on this figure looks absolutely amazing. And then you go on the back. We have, you know, a nice little description here. We have the Macho Man and the Hulk Hogan. This was, you know, one of the best storylines in the 80s, which I do have a podcast coming out, Old School versus New School, where, you know, Chaz and I were going to be talking about old school wrestling and new school wrestling on there, which we talk about the Mega Powers a lot. That will actually be airing starting January 9th. New episodes will be every Monday on the We Are Wrestling channel. We have Elite 96 Dewdrop. That's right. We got Dewdrop here. We're going to let her breathe. We got to get her out. Which, I got to say, Dewdrop, I've actually, you know, I really like, you know, Piper Niven a lot. And I had to get her first figure. This is her first figure, so we got some interchangeable hands here. We don't need those. And wow, I gotta say, this is a pretty good figure right here. Absolutely, like, detailed. Very detailed. We have Elite 99. We have the Boogeyman. That's right. We got the Boogeyman. I get to finally add him into my Ruthless Aggression collection. We're going to be letting the Boogeyman breathe. And I know a lot of people are mad because it's like a re-release from like an Elite 70 something. But I'm not complaining, because I wasn't collecting really that much then. So this is my first Boogeyman. And there it is. Oh yeah, the Boogie. They really went all in on this Boogeyman right here, which is absolutely sick. I love this. I remember as a kid going on Ringside Collectibles in 2006 when the first ever Boogeyman figure actually came out, and that's like the first time I was introduced to Ringside Collectibles, and I really begged my dad for that Boogeyman figure and ended up getting it. Because I gotta say, this Boogeyman's incredible, and it's cool because you actually like get the worms that you can actually put in the mouth, which I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing with the Boogeyman here. But there it is, guys. We got the Boogeyman right there, looking absolutely incredible for the collection. Next, our next figure that we have here, we have a bunch of them, so we're going to try to, you know, go through these. We have Elite Collection Survivor Series Build a Rick Rude. We have AJ Styles, baby. That's right. Which I do have my only AJ Styles that is my WWE AJ Styles. I only have the Boneyard one, which is actually in my WrestleMania collection there. And we got Rick Rude's torso. Very cool. And we got some interchangeable hands for AJ Styles, which I do like because it's very easy to tell which ones are AJ's. Well, we're keeping this posed on my freaking shelf. And there it is, guys. We got AJ Styles. This is absolutely awesome. And this is my first, like, WWE, like, regular AJ Styles figure. I can finally put it on my modern shelf there. The next figure we have for the collection, we have Becky Lynch, the man. That's right. Which, by the way, the package is damaged. Ringside Collectibles, they actually, you know, sell damaged packages. You can actually save a couple bucks, which you can't really go wrong with at all. I love when Ringside does that with my WWE ones because for the packaging, I don't really care that much for WWE figures because they change them a lot. AEW, on the other hand, they really, you know, keep the same ones, so I don't really see the point in, like, switching. Which, we got the arms now for Rick Rude, which is very cool. And there it is, guys. We have Becky Lynch. This is my first Becky Lynch figure in the collection, finally. Alright, our next figure here in the collection, we have Drew McIntyre, Broken Dreams, baby. And this is, you know, my favorite Drew McIntyre. I wish he would come back to the Broken Dreams. We're going to let this man breathe, get him out of the package. That's right. And it looks like we got, you know, Rick Rude's briefcase in there. And we also got the legs now, too. And then we also got some interchangeable hands that were very hard to get out. But there it is, guys. We have Drew McIntyre. I remember having the original Elite for this one years ago in like 2010, 2011. And this feels very good on hand. And when they announced this Drew McIntyre, I had to. I do have a regular one for, you know, my modern collection. But now having, you know, the Drew McIntyre I really like in the collection, very happy and very excited. So, our last figure in this set that we needed to complete it, we have the Ultimate Warrior. That's right. Comes with Rick Rude's head. We can finally build the Rick Rude figure. Alright, here we go. Interchangeable hands. We gotta get those out of the package. And wow, guys, hold up real quick before I show you guys the Ultimate Warrior. We actually got two interchangeable heads for Rick Rude, which is awesome. I was not expecting that at all. And usually Build-A-Figures, we never get two, you know, different head sculpts, so can't really complain that much. And this is, you know, a really cool Survivor Series, you know, one in honor of him. Very, very cool. Personally, there is, you know, another Ultimate Warrior I would rather have for my collection. But this one, you know, you have to get in order to build Rick Rude. So now, we need to build Rick Rude, guys. Because that's the main reason why we had to get this series. Because, you know, Rick Rude DX, that needs to go right on my Attitude Era shelf with the DX. Get there. Sometimes they make these Build-A-Figures so hard. Hey, there we go. We finally did it, guys. We finally got the legs in there. Now, time to get the arms. And now we gotta pop the head on, guys. And there it is, guys. Wow! This is sick, guys. We got Rick Rude in the suit. DX Rick Rude. Yes, finally in the collection. So then, next, guys, we have some more Build-A-Figures here. We have Vader And this is a part of the build, the Doc Hendricks figure. So you know we had to pull the trigger. We gotta let him breathe. That's right. Which, you know, we got the pink suit there. We got the torso for Doc Hendricks. And damn, this Vader, I think, might be a very underrated figure here in the collection. I gotta say, this is very cool. This is my first Vader from, you know, the collection here. And this figure right here is absolutely underrated in this Build-A-Figure series. Very happy to have that. Our next one, we have Damien Priest in the white gear. That's right. Which, the first Damien Priest figure, that purple one, still have it on my collection, and it's absolutely awesome. Love that Damien Priest figure, but this white one, whoo, it might actually be a little bit better. We have Doc Hendricks' hands now, too, for the collection. And wow, guys, on hand, this figure feels very cool. We have Damien Priest here in his all-white gear from the Rumble. Our next figure here that we have Rey Mysterio, baby, from the Royal Rumble 2006. Which this figure, I gotta say, is gonna look very nice on the Ruthless Aggression collection shelf there. Very happy to have this. They've been killing it with Rey Mysterio figures this year. Which we got right here. We got the microphone in the hands there, the Royal Rumble microphone. Very cool. Which, let me just take a look here and see. Ah, okay. So, looks like we got some interchangeable hands for Doc Hendricks right there. And there it is, guys. They've made a lot of Rey Mysterios through the years, but this one, honestly, might be one of my favorite ones. Such an iconic moment in the Royal Rumble. And our last one that we have here, we have Brie Bella. That's right, this is my first Brie Bella now in my collection here. I hope that they make a Nikki Bella similar to this Brie. That would be pretty cool, because having both of the Bella twins would be awesome. And I like that they got her in, like, the Brie mode gear. Pretty cool. So there it is. We got Doc Hendricks' head in there. And we also have, you know, the legs as well. And there it is, guys. We have the Brie mode figure right there. Brie Bella, which, wow, this figure looks very detailed, very accurate. And I gotta say, this Brie Bella figure is pretty underrated, I think. It's gonna look very good on the modern shelf. So now we gotta build Doc Hendricks, guys. Here we go. Alright, we got the legs in there. Sweet. There it is, guys. We got Doc Hendricks, guys. This is probably like the only time we're ever going to get a Doc Hendricks figure. This is very cool, especially for, you know, my 90s collection there. And I know a lot of people are probably going to use this for customs with, like, Seth Rollins or something. But the fact that, you know, we got a Doc Hendricks figure, I cannot wait to put this on my display. Especially with, you know, Howard Finkel and, you know, Vince McMahon in my collection there. Very happy about that. So those, you know, were the regular figures that I got in this, you know, video here. And now we got a couple other ones that we got to show you. So, we got a couple ringside exclusives as well. We got, you know, Cameron Grimes and Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT collection there. And I've been a fan of Cameron Grimes since TNA with, you know, Trevor Lee. I always loved, you know, his run over there. Very cool. And I like how you get, you know, these cool little cardboard things with the exclusives, but we don't really need that. We get a $1 million championship with him as well, which is very cool. And there's the window right there, guys, of Cameron Grimes, just so you guys can see what comes in it. So there it is, guys. We have Cameron Grimes, his very first figure here for, like, the elites and stuff. And our next figure we got is another Ringside exclusive. We have Tommaso Ciampa. That's right. Which I cannot believe we got this one from his War Games match. And this is actually my first Tommaso Ciampa for my NXT collection here. I was waiting for the right one, and then when he got to the main roster, that's like when I decided to finally pull the trigger on this NXT one before it's too late, which this is going to look sick. I'm putting this in my NXT shelf. That's going to look awesome. Absolutely. And there's our window right there with the figure here. Looks absolutely incredible here. I love the entrance gear choice that we get here with, you know, Tommaso Ciampa. They killed it with this Tommaso Ciampa figure right here. Looks awesome. Only thing that's missing about this figure right here, guys, is, I think, the knee brace, because Tommaso Ciampa has had some knee issues. That's the only thing that that's my only complaint about this figure. Besides that, this is going to look absolutely sick on my shelf. This next figure here, I'm going to be keeping this mocked because I keep my AEW figures mocked. And this is the only AEW figure I got for Christmas this year. And this one I have been, you know, really, really wanting so freaking bad, guys, for, you know, my collection. And we got ourselves the Chase Ricky Starks figure, him as Darby Allin. So excited about this figure right here. Really happy that they made this. And I love Ricky Starks, so to have this in the collection is pretty sick. So with this Ricky Starks figure, we have, you know, the iconic, you know, box here with AEW figures. Absolutely love it. We have the rare 1 of 3,000 sticker on it, which, you know, my only one I have of that is Jake Hager, which I pulled on a Ringside random unboxing. And this Ricky Starks looks sick. We have, you know, him with the half Darby face, and then, you know, him pretty much mocking Darby Allin. He's got, you know, the cloth friggin' tank top on. He's got, you know, the fake tattoo on the chest. Looks really cool. And this Ricky Starks looks cool. And then on the back, you have him, you know, as Darby Allin, which looks pretty cool. Which was on, you know, an episode of Dynamite. But this is a really cool chase. And I feel like if AEW is going to do chases, this is why I'm not a big fan of chase figures. It needs to be things like this. This right here is a perfect chase figure. Alright, so now we got a bunch of loose figures as well for Christmas that I cannot wait to show you guys. We got a lot of them for Christmas this year. So here we go. We have the first one. We have the Hurricane. That's right. Recently I did get Molly Holly. Now I got the Hurricane for my Ruthless Aggression collection here. So our next figure here that we got for the collection here is another loose one. We got Bobby Roode. That's right. Glorious Bobby Roode. One of, you know, my favorite NXT figures, definitely. This, I believe, was an entrance great Bobby Roode figure, which looks very awesome for the collection here. And I gotta say, this Bobby Roode, they absolutely killed it on this figure right here. Love the gear choice that they decided to go with. And very detailed here. We got all the accessories with it. We have friggin', we got the US flag. This figure I've been wanting for the longest time in my collection. Gotta open them up, let them breathe, baby. This is an older Elite figure too. Yes, finally, we got USA Lex Luger, baby. This is gonna look awesome with the new generation figures here. And we got, you know, the United States flag. Gotta have them hold that and represent it. Which, this Lex Luger, man, is freaking awesome. So happy to finally have it in the collection. This is my second Lex Luger. I do have the WCW one, but now we got this one. Such an underrated, awesome gift. And now, our next figure here that we have for the collection. We have one that I have been actually really wanting for the collection. We have Nation of Domination Farouk. And this figure I am so happy to have because we do have D'Lo and Mark Henry in the back of my, you know, collection, which, by the way, if you want to see my entire collection, check out that video on We Are Wrestling. It was just posted recently. you can check out my entire collection. Now I gotta friggin' put all these in there. Our next figure here that we have is another Lex Luger figure, my personal favorite Lex Luger. We have the Narcissist Lex Luger here. Such an underrated character that probably could have been WWF champion, but they wanted him, you know, to be like the next Hulk Hogan and stuff. And oh my god, this figure is absolutely... This might be one of my favorite friggin' like 90s figures in my collection now. We have the Narcissist Lex Luger, and wow. Both of these Lex Lugers in the collection. He was always, you know, one of my favorite guys when, you know, back in the new generation. And now our next figure that we have here is another, you know, elite figure. One of the older ones. We have Doink the Clown. That's right. We got Doink the Clown here, and it looks like we got his accessory that he comes with. Very cool. And there it is, guys. We have Doink the Clown for the collection. This is one of the earlier elite ones here. I know they just came out with an Ultimate Edition one, but I like me the face Doink the Clown. This is when he was a good guy, and finally I get to have this in my new generation collection. And our last figures for this video, unfortunately, this is all the figures, guys, I did get for Christmas. And the last two we have here, some Holy Grail ones. I can't believe I actually got these. We have Legion of Doom, LOD, which I am so happy to have these in the collection. They're one of my all-time favorite tag teams, which, you know, in my new podcast coming out January 9th, Old School versus New School, Chaz and I, we talk about, you know, LOD. We have a whole tag team episode coming out at some point in this series. And wow, guys, this is awesome. And there it is, guys. We got friggin' Legion of Doom finally for our, you know, 90s collection. But that is all the figures I got. I know this is probably a very long video, me reviewing all of them. But let me know in the comment section below some of the, you know, figures that you got for Christmas if you did. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, because we are going to be having lots of wrestling figure reviews on here, on top of Funko Pop videos as well. The links are down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias, and if you want to go, you know, check out We Are Wrestling, since if you're watching this video, I know you're a wrestling fan. Go check out We Are Wrestling. We have lots of awesome wrestling content over there. You can check out all the links down below. And of course, to all the best ones out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.